Hello, so I've just woken up. It's about 7 in the morning. I set my alarm for 6:30, but whether I actually get up at that time is another story. So yeah, so today is Thursday, so I'm gonna take you through my day being an online student. So here is my breakfast. It's just a bagel with butter. Now that I'm home, my dad still insists on making me breakfast, which even though I can totally do these things myself, my parents still actually want to do them for me whenever I'm home. Do you guys have parents like that? When I was growing up, I thought I was the only one, for real. Now I also have my coffee. Sometimes I just like to have it with milk and nothing else, but today I have some with some sugar and some cinnamon in there. Then also something I like to do in the morning, I like to read the newspaper. We still get the newspaper, which sounds super archaic. But yeah, we still get a local newspaper. This is the San Francisco Chronicle. So yeah. So here I am now in my bathroom. Some of you might recognize the shot from last November or maybe even last year. I filmed a couple of videos in this bathroom before, so this might look a little familiar to people. Now I'm just gonna be doing my skincare and then brushing my teeth, and then I will get changed, and then if I have time, I'll come back in here to do my makeup. I don't do my makeup every day. On days I know I'm gonna be filming, I try to put on makeup. But also, if you saw my NaNoWriMo videos, I wasn't wearing makeup every day. Honestly, it just kind of depends on the mood I'm in, more than anything. Also, if I have time. So yeah, so I'm sure you saw in the newspaper headline I showed you, the news is not exactly the happiest thing right now. But you know, you just gotta try to stay positive. As of right now, Thursday, cases are starting to level out, at least where I am in San Francisco. I still don't know if my summer job is going to be a go, or if I'm going to be able to do Disney College program. They just canceled the session before mine. I'm the regular fall session for Disney College program, and they just canceled the Fall Advantage, which starts in June or July. So, fingers crossed. Another thing I like to do in the morning is fix my bed. As you can see, my bed at home is much lower than my bed in the dorm. My bed in the dorm, for those of you who watch my NaNoWriMo videos, is raised. So, well, my bed at home is down here. My bed back at the dorm would be up here. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but because my bed is much lower back home, it is much easier to fix my bed back home, which is nice. Alrighty, time for class. I'm gonna shut the door to my room. I like to watch a little YouTube before class, and I try to watch something positive and upbeat. Oh, it's Jackson. So yeah, sorry, I got distracted by the baby. But I like to watch something kind of upbeat and positive to sort of contrast the news I read in the morning. So this is Tim Tracker. He's usually a park vlogger, but obviously not all the parks are closed. So he and his wife Jen have been doing daily sort of home vlogs, as they call them. And it's been super fun to watch. And it's just kind of like I said, positive and kind of upbeat and comforting to watch, especially before a, I guess, long day of classes. Okay, so I have 4 minutes before my first class, but I'm already sitting at my desk, so it's not like I have to commute, which is one of the nice things about online classes, is I don't have to worry about like the time from walking between classes. Oh, and also I put on makeup. I'm wearing a new lip today, and like it's got like a taste to it. I know like you kind of taste lip products just because, you know, you put them in the inner part of your mouth and you end up kind of tasting it, but like this really has a taste. It's like sweet. It's weird. It's by Peripera, which is like a Korean brand. So my first class is going to be digital publishing, which I mean, it's a fun class. I'm not taking it as like a major requirement. I'm mainly taking it to fill credits. But it's a lot of fun because a lot of times it like relates to what I do on YouTube with writing. So it's kind of like fun to see that comparison because it's about digital publishing, but it's about traditional publishing, which is not something I ever intend on doing. I don't know. I mean, none of my work is even close to like something I would consider publishable. So I'm not gonna show the online classes. I feel kind of weird about that. I already feel kind of weird about like filming classes when they were in person, but I would feel really weird now filming them online. So I'm just not gonna film those. But trust me, I am in class. So I will see you after the first class. Okay, so I just finished my first class. It is almost 9 a.m. now. So my class on the East Coast starts at 11:10 and it usually goes to 12:45 or 12:35 or 9:35 on this coast. But because they're online classes, what a lot of my professors have been doing is they've been keeping the online classes shorter and then giving us more additional reading to do on our own time, which I don't know how I feel about that. Personally, I would honestly prefer we got less reading and just had more time in class. But I understand it's like an online class, the attention span's kind of different. And you're not like in there in person, so it's easier to get distracted. So, my class was only about like half an hour compared to like the usual like hour and 25 it usually is. So I have some time between my next class, because my next class starts at 12:45 on the East Coast or 9:45 over here. So yeah, I have some time. I'm just probably gonna relax. Sometimes I try to get work done when I have time in between classes, but today is not one of those days. I've actually been kind of pushing myself kind of hard. When I film my next weekly Camp NaNoWriMo video, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. But yeah, so I think between now and my next class, I'm just gonna relax. I might start editing together this video, because I already have quite a bit of footage for today, and I don't have a lot of storage on my phone, which is where I film. So yeah, I might as well put those clips together so I can free up some more space. So yeah, that's what I might do. See you then. So I am obsessed with tower defense games, and this is a game I've been playing non-stop since quarantine started. It's called Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. It's available on Steam. It's just a simple like tower defense game, but it's just something kind of mindless, I guess, to do, just for me to take my mind off of things. So yeah, I thought I'd share that. Because we already don't get enough news anyway. This is how I get my news when I'm at school, and I don't get the newspaper at my dorm. The New York Times sends out like a, if you subscribe to their email subscription, they send out like a morning briefing every like weekday, and then I think on Sundays. So yeah, this is how I usually get my news when I'm not at home. Alrighty, second class down. The second class I had was developmental economics, so it's the economics of the developing world. It's for my economics minor. So there's not a whole lot of things that I think people would be interested in that I could talk about with that class, but I find it interesting. So yeah, so it's a fun class. So I got about a little under half an hour before my next class. Sometimes that class takes up the full time period of time, and sometimes it doesn't. But today it got out a little earlier. So I am done with my coffee, so I'm just gonna go downstairs, get some water, and then see what else I can get done before my next class. Snack time, snack time. I'm having crackers and hummus and salami, just a few of them, because I'm gonna be having lunch after my third class. So this is just a holdover snack. Okay, 3 out of 4 classes done. Now, usually, when I had in-person classes, between the first 3 classes, I would usually only have 10 minutes between each class. Because like I said, when we had classes in person, we would usually take up more of the class time, whereas here, the classes tend to get out early. Except for my third class. My third class almost always runs the full length. So it's 12:45 on the West Coast and 3:45 on the East Coast. My last class starts at 4:30 on the East Coast, so that's 1:30 for me. So I have about 55 minutes, 45, 55 minutes between classes. So this is when I usually have lunch. So I'm gonna have lunch. I almost forgot to show you guys because I was eating it so fast, but for lunch I just have I had a couple pot stickers. I had 2 more, but, you know, I ate them already. Okay, last class of the day done. So it is now 4:30 on the East Coast and 1:30 where I am at home. So yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not commuting between classes anymore, but like I always feel so tired after I'm done with all of my 4 classes. But I'm like, I'm just sitting at the same desk. I don't know, maybe it's just like a mental tiredness, but I'm always tired after I finish these classes. Also, because I'm testing out this lip, it's hard to see on camera, but this is totally disintegrated. Like, I mean, I knew the lip tint wouldn't survive the pot stickers, because nothing survives Chinese food, but even before that, just through drinking my coffee, it completely fell apart. So yeah, that's I guess the makeup portion of my channel, if my channel is still associated with makeup at all. So yeah, so I'm going to lie down for a little bit, hopefully not fall asleep and take an extended nap, which I have done before after my Tuesday, Thursday classes. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a short little lie down and then I can go back to work. Okay, that didn't go as planned. I didn't sleep for 5 hours, but I didn't nap for 3 hours. So it's about 6:30 now, which is not what I wanted. I don't know what it is about the afternoon. It's like, I'm always just so tired in the afternoon. I can never, like, even if I don't end up napping, I can never just get anything done. It sucks. So I'm gonna see how much work I can get done before dinner. I'm gonna also try to work out as well. It's usually what I do around this time. So yeah, so... Okay, it's later. I worked out. I had dinner with my family. And a little bit later, we're gonna have wine and chocolate cake. My mom made homemade chocolate cake, and it's pretty good. We already had some yesterday. We're gonna have some tonight with wine for dessert. So yeah, so in the meantime, I'm gonna try to get as much work as I can done. Also, if you notice, my makeup is off now. I usually take off my makeup to work out, but if I'm like filming something, sometimes I'll put it back on after I've worked out. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it today, so yeah.
Jumping off the...
Well, that's right, you did get the other half of the...
Bouncing off the walls and get more dead.
4 a.m.
So today I reached 1,000 words! Yay! I think this is definitely the fastest I've gotten writing done, at least during one of the nanos that I've filmed. So yeah, yay! Alrighty, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I got a fair amount of schoolwork done, and I also got a little bit of writing done, which I'm really happy about. Finally getting back on track with that. Let's hope I keep it up. So I hope you enjoyed watching my day as an online student as we are sheltering in place. I hope you're doing well as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye!